Well, what an amazing weekend. I couldn't be more proud and excited for our student athletes. You know, Ohio State's a tremendous, tremendous program, and they come at you in ways. They're super fast. I thought Ev Gascon, our goalie, was just absolutely outstanding day one, and we made some tweaks and adjustment to our game come day two, and I was really, really happy with how our girls played. I felt it was more of that back and forth game that you'd expect out of two top 10 ranked teams. And we were able to obviously come away with a win. Unbelievable game from Caitlin Kramer, her debut in the WCHA. Wow, we were down 3-2, came back, and she tied it up for us, and then also took the go-ahead goal. So just overall, so excited about how we played, and I think there's a lot of potential for us there and for us to continue to grow with. You know, the resiliency was amazing. You know, actually between the second and third period, one thing that I said was, hey, I'm totally fine with us being down a goal, because if we're gonna win a national championship, then we need to know how to respond when we are down a goal. So this is a huge opportunity for us, and I think our girls came out, they weren't afraid. They came out very courageous, you know, and throttled down, and they took it to them. So I was so excited to be able to see that and the resiliency that our team showed.
Was there anything that surprised you about this?
You know, I'm going to go with no, but what I can say from a coach's perspective is that it was really exciting, fun hockey to watch. You know, obviously we have our home opener coming out, and hopefully, you know, the whole community here of Duluth will come out and come cheer us on, because I tell you, these girls really play the game well. And so for me, it was just like, even being a fan of hockey, it was just so exciting to watch how well they can play. Yeah, great question. I think for us, every day that we step on the ice is an opportunity to be better than we were the day before, you know, so expectations with our program are super high, and we demand a lot. So our habits have to be there every single time we step off and on the ice, and ultimately that's our goal. Every time we skate, we want to be better than we were the day before.
Are there specific things that stick out when you think these are the things that you want to be better at?
Yeah, our energy is going to be really, really important. You know, I think no matter who your opponent is, you always want to bring energy, and energy is a habit. Like, you've got to learn to be able to cheer people on and also celebrate the good things that you see, you know. So as much as things like getting your stick on the ice and communicating, calling for pucks, you know, cheering each other on is just as important. So for me, that'll be important all year long as we go forward.
I'm going to ask you too, what's the message that Maria gave you after the weekend?
Yeah.
Afterwards rooting for you guys?
Yeah, well, her and I connected lots over the phone too afterwards, but she was just so happy again, you know, for all of our student athletes, and so excited for this program and the potential that we have going forward. So she's such a good friend of mine, and you know, right away, both her and Laura Bellamy, you know, were on the phone calling us, congratulating us. So it was really nice to be able to hear from them. Yeah. Foreigner, how cool is that in Duluth? So yeah, I'm super excited about that concert too. I wish I could go to it, but in any case, but you know what, how awesome is it that just 6 minutes down the road, we have this wonderful facility to be able to come and play in our backyard. So we're so excited to be here, to be at Heritage and to be practicing here. And then obviously we're gonna have our home opener back at home. I know our girls are gonna be super excited to be able to step onto Amsoil and showcase what they're capable of doing.
You talked about Syracuse. You have a team that you knew a lot about. And
yes. Yeah, we've never played them, so this will be really exciting. We've been watching video, and you know they're definitely a team that likes to come at you. They throw kind of two in hard on the forecheck, and I think one thing that's really good is Ohio State forecheck's similar. So you know I think that'll be good for us having already played Ohio State to understand what that can look like, but it'll just be important for our girls to make sure that, you know, we're constantly heads up hockey, what's the pitcher, adjusting to it, and making good decisions out there on the ice.
Touch a little bit more on Caitlin's performance. You know, you said her WCHA debut. What was it like to watch her come out into so quick?
Wow, she was absolutely stellar. Her reads are exceptional on the ice. So there's things that she does that as a coach you don't teach. She just does naturally, you know. Little things I'll say even on the forecheck, like whether your F1 is pushing inside out or outside in, she knows as an F2 where to go. And she anticipates so well. I think she had a couple of breakaways for us as well. But she's an absolutely, she's a stud out there. I mean, she's big, she's strong, she's powerful. She can, you know, hold somebody off with one arm and, you know, stick handle with the other and make the next play, whatever the next play is. And so we are so excited to have her be a part of this community and the program at UMD and represent our university. Could not ask for a better person or, you know, a better hockey player to be here. 100%. She stood on her head, both games, but day one in particular, I mean, they had more scoring chances than we had, and Ev came up big time for us. So she is so solid back there, so strong, and you know, that kid has always got a smile on her face. So no matter what's happening, she's got a smile on your face, and there's a sense of calmness that she brings to our team that we are so lucky to have. You know, you just know that she's got our backs in all situations at all times. And she is an elite athlete. So again, you know, along with Caitlin Kramer, have her in the net, you know, leading the way for us is just so amazing.
You mentioned last week knocking off the rust of a lot. How would be what is the challenge this week? You know, obviously
Yeah.
you did knock off the rust, so what's the challenge?
I think, like I previously mentioned, that our focus is every time we play, we want to be better. We want to be better, you know. So whatever kind of a game that ends up going to be, whether it's a defensive game, whether it's an offensive game, we want to continue to make strides, you know, and keep pressing forward.
What, if you guys dictate the game, what does that game look like? Is it more of an offensive team that you have, or is it more of a defensive?
Well, I think the goal is to possess the puck as much as possible, you know, so if we don't have the puck, we want to get it back as soon as possible so that we can, you know, who wants to play defense anyhow, right? So we want to make sure that we're turning pucks over as quickly as possible and possessing it and making good plays at the net for sure. And then once we make a play, get it back and repeat. So it's like shoot, get it back, repeat the whole process over and over again.
Going back to Evan, I think it was Maura who said that.
She got an assist, by the way. Yes.
I think it was Maura was still here when Haley left and Kendra came in.
Yes.
And we're bringing in somebody who play and push at, and not just be the number two. But
Yep.
if Ev keeps playing this way, does she force your plan to change at all going forward?
Great question. You know, I think every week we're going to look at their performance because they're both spectacular, and how lucky are we. And I think I've said this before, like UMD has always had a duel that has just done an outstanding job for this program. So we're lucky to have it again in both goalies, and then we'll always make game day decisions as they come.
And I want to talk about Caitlin a little bit more. There's not many freshmen that come in as height as she does. That might have been one of them last year.
Yep.
We heard a lot about her, but we heard a lot about Caitlin Kramer, and certainly through weekend one, she delivered. But do you have to manage that at all, or do you expect her to come in and pick up right where she left off in the
Well, you know, I always say that, you know, pressure, there's a privilege with that, you know, and she's a player that right from the get-go, even when she came in with the national program, there's a lot of limelight on her and for her to perform, and she has taken that and really, you know, excelled at it. So I think with her, it's just going to be play your game. You know, you don't have to worry about anything else. Just play your game. And she's such a big, strong, good person, powerful player that, you know, if she plays her game, she's going to be fine.
You're obviously well versed in Canadian hockey history, especially on the side, but her breaking the Lions record at the World Championship, how significant is that to
Yeah.
somebody her age to have broken a record of somebody like her?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Marie-Philippe Poulin is one of the best players in the world, and for Caitlin to come in and do something like that, again, it's just a testament to, you know, in terms of how she is as a player, you know, and what she can do on the ice. You know, for her, it's not necessarily about like putting pucks in the net. It's just how she plays, you know, and the result is that sometimes, you know, the puck ends up going in the net for her, whether she assists on something or is able to put it away. But her consistency and how she plays is unreal, you know. So, again, we're just so lucky to have a player like that who consistently brings it every single time she steps on the ice, whether it's practice, game, situation, whatever it is. She's bringing her best.
When you talk about puck possession, obviously faceoffs become part of that.
Yeah.
Caitlin was one of the 3 freshmen centers that you had this weekend. I think that would continue, but I mean,
Yeah.
how much do you expect after to grow in the faceoffs?
Yeah, 100% it's going to grow. And you know, there's things that we like to do too as a staff to help prep them more so. There's just been a lot of information at the beginning of the year thrown at them. So I only expect them to get better at the dot as they go forward with more, you know, more coaching behind them and so forth.
Is that one of the areas of the game that's far more complicated at this level than where they came from as freshmen?
I think so. I mean, we like to break it down. We watch video in slow motion, see how other centers are taking draws so we can counteract those things, you know. And that's something that we haven't done quite yet with our centers just because they all of them so young, you know, and with all the different information that we're throwing at them right now. So again, I think as we kind of dive into the water a little more they're going to continue to get better in that area.
The Ireland series, talk about how
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so exciting. What a huge opportunity it is for us to be able to go overseas and hopefully connect with some of our alumni that are, you know, in Europe because, wow, you know, when you look at our alumni and what they did for this program, it's such a strong history of excellence. And so hopefully we'll be able to go over there and you know, have a nice reunion with a bunch of them. But what a wonderful experience for our student athletes from an educational standpoint to be able to go over there as well and compete and continue to grow the game of hockey.
What would the process to be selected for that?
You know, I'm not 100% sure. So I think that was Maura, but I'm happy that we're going to be going. All right. Cut, don't play that part. All right.
Obviously it feels pretty good, but it also just like makes me so happy and honored to be in a program like this where I have a coach like Laura Schuler who will continue to push me and push the players around us and make us better each day.
Did you envision the weekend going the way that it did this past weekend?
I definitely knew we were going to come out with the wins, but no, you can't really predict. Like, you kind of just want to do what the team needs you to do, and I was lucky enough to put some in the back of the net, but then again, like our whole line, like Clara and Liv Wallen, like they both had 2 huge games. They put 2 in the back of the net, and we wouldn't have gotten the results we did this weekend without the whole team.
What sticks out to you about not just your line mates, but this team, this culture so far?
Just how they're able to hold such high standards but still have so much fun. It's really been such like an honor just to be around them and just listen to them, learn from them. It's just, I love being a rookie. Like, it's so fun coming to this new environment and being able to learn from such great players and experienced players and just enjoy it.
What do you hope from this past weekend that you enjoyed so much that you're able to bring into your first game at AMSA?
Just the fun and like kind of playing free, and just having confidence and trust in each other. Like she said, like coming into the third period in the second game, she said that she was happy we were down 1-0, and that just shows how much confidence everyone has in us. They know we have the scoring ability, the playing ability to compete with anybody. So just like that confidence and having fun.
How do you feel like your game has already elevated or grown exponentially when you're surrounded by such good players, elite athletes?
Just the habits, like Clara and Liv, and then Mobley too. Like, it's been so great to just like talk about what we are thinking each time after every shift, and just kind of get each and every input, see different plays and whatever the other's thinking, and yeah, just looking at each other's perspectives on things.
How impactful is it to start your season by knocking off the #1 team in the country?
Definitely was pretty fun, and it was not an experience that like you think you're gonna do like when you're growing up, like you don't think that you're gonna do that. But right from the get-go, when I like entered the locker room like the first time in AMSOIL, I knew that we had the ability to do it. Like when I saw the schedule come up, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a big game. But we knew we could do it, and we did it. So.
What are the biggest things you guys are focusing on to get another sweep this time over Syracuse, a team you haven't seen before, the program hasn't seen before?
Just as Coach Hsu said, like just bringing our energy, bringing our habits, and no slowing down, like pushing the pace, and playing our game.
Is there anything in like the film sessions that you noticed about Syracuse's defense that might, bode well for you again this time, or is it just kind of simple, like let's play hockey and see what happens?
I'd probably just say like let's play hockey. We know what we do good, and we know that no matter who we play, we'll be able to bring our game and we'll be able to have success doing it.
Back to the recruiting process, Caitlin. What was it about UMB and Duluth that first attracted you to the program?
Just like the coaching and team environment. I knew I wanted to go to a school that can win, and Duluth was the one school that not only can win, but they also have the team environment and coaching to do it.
What were your conversations or your thoughts, either with your teammates, your family and friends, when the coaching transition happened over the summer? Was there any conversation among the team about the group coming in to have a coaching change and not lose anybody to the transfer portal is pretty unheard of?
Well, I think that just goes to show how strong the culture is. Everyone knows what we can do. We all know that Coach Hsu is an amazing coach, and that she can lead us. And yeah, there was no doubts in my mind that I still want to be a Bulldog and be here for the next 4.
Was there a moment this past weekend where it seemed to click, where the game slowed down for you and you got used to that next level? Did it happen right away? Was there a time in that first game where you kind of said, okay, I feel comfortable now?
Probably after the first period. The first period was a bit of a whammy, but I would say definitely just having Ev in the back of the net also like just gives you that confidence and like kind of being able to regroup going into that second period in the first game and kind of just talk with our line mates, talk as a team, see that like, hey, like we can do this, like we know that we have another level to reach, and let's go do it. And I think the second period, I think that's where we showed that.
The coach said that you scoring goals is almost a byproduct of some of the other things that you do super consistently on the ice. Do you have a focus on those things? What are those things that you focus on other than the goal scoring?
I would say just winning every battle. Like we need to possess pucks to score goals in general. So just winning every battle, having good chemistry with teammates, and yeah, like you just need to win every battle. I would say.
Do you think the faceoffs are harder at this level than when you played before?
Yeah, it's definitely an adjustment. Ohio had really great centers, and I think the stats showed that. So, but we also talked a lot as the centers, and kind of like me and Jenna were talking about like, hey, like what do you think this center's doing here, and like how can we do that? So like it's also great just having those other like the centermans, like we're like our own little team too, and we're able to adapt and talk about what we think will work.
And I want to ask you about that scoring record at the World Championships.
Oh yeah, it feels pretty good, but it just goes to show like how great the Canadian program is. I had such a great team, and I was so honored to play with the people I did there to help me get to that. Like if you watch the goals, like those goals don't happen without my teammates and like coaches and everything. Like it just made me so honored to be in that kind of team environment where someone like me could accomplish that.